What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. The reason why you don't see my face on camera is because I want to show you this quilt I got just recently, and y'all know I'm a big comic book fan, so I found this with the Punisher insignia on there, so I had to have it. But things happen for a reason sometimes, and this now, I believe me finding this and me actually having this served as a sign, a calling for me, and this now will also serve as my coat of arms. And the reason why that's going to serve as my coat of arms is because a lot of us black men here on YouTube got to go to war, as we have been for years now. I'm sure a lot of you know that these that some of these fucking angry ass bitches on YouTube, these black chicks, they turn around and they got prominent YouTubers channels removed or taken down, terminated, whatever word you want to use. And namely, the women that are championing this, one I know by the name of Simone 56. You have the likes of Crystal and Karazin, and I don't know, I think there's two other people claiming this. But y'all should know already. Few of my people got hit. O'Shea Duke Jackson lost his channel. I mean, he has his vlogcast channel back up, but he lost his main channel, which he had 36,000 subs on there. I believe Reluctant Nabi is down. Angry Man's, I don't know if one of Angry Man's channels is down. Hold on, I got the shit here, because I saw these hoes went and made a list of who they took out, and hold on, let me look real quick. Yeah, my man Obsidian Media Network was taken down. Kid Organics shit was taken down, although I think he has a new one up. Kariga Cure Jones was terminated. Two of Tommy's channels were terminated, Tommy Sotomayor. One of Minister Jap's channels was terminated. Ringo Raw TV, one of his main channels was terminated. Yeah, one of Angry Man's was terminated. So they're championing this shit, and it's right here on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. I don't know. You can see right there. And they have this bitch put up a list of the next possible targets that they're looking at. Some of these guys I think have been hit already, and I'm kind of offended that I'm not on there, because I've made some videos towards black women, You know, the ratchet type of black woman, not the everyday black woman. But that's what a lot of these brothers are talking about right here. And let me just say this. By you hoes running around doing this shit, all you're doing is proving a point. Proving a point that a lot of us men have been saying on here for years. That you are one of the most, if not the most, protected denomination on the planet. And you have a lot of power. You have the power to nullify freedom of speech. Now, I know a lot of these hoes are gonna run around and say, well, it's hate speech and this and that. And to your credit, yeah, there are, in any movement, in any type of, any type of activism or whatever, yeah, you're gonna have extremists and shit. That I get, you know, and that's the beautiful thing about this manosphere, the Negro manosphere, whatever you want to call it. Shout out to O'Shea Duke. By the way, get to his website and donate over there, you know, because that's where you could go without the censorship, one of the places. But that's the beautiful thing about this manosphere, because we could go there and debate without, you know, resorting to emotional shit, without trying to shut people down. You know, there's been several instances with some of these same people that, you know, I've learned from, or that are my peers, that I was able to say, you know what, I kind of disagree with that, and just walk away from it. I'm not going on a rampage. I'm not going on a crusade to try and shut these people down because they say a couple of things that I may not disagree. I may not agree with. You know, and this is what you women are doing. I mean, I saw the Crystal and Karazin video she did, like a Google Hangout or whatever, and you know, she was, you know, celebrating and all happy, and she goes, well, you know, it's not that you can't be disgruntled, it's just that, you know, you're going after the same people, this and that. No, honey, it's the fact that, you know, a lot of this fuckery is being put out there, has been being put out there for decades. When black women were saying black men ain't shit, nobody cared. We you know, we had to sit and eat it. And now that we got a platform where we could actually voice our shit, and people are starting to, that's what the problem is. There's a lot of women out there that are starting to see it. And when you got that, when you got women starting to bend, that's what the problem is. Because you got some women that are like, okay, you know what, I could kind of see that. You know, they may not like the way it's put out there, they may not like the verbiage, but they go out there and they shit. You know what, this is true. This is true. And there's some women starting to wake up, especially with this MGTOW shit. Shout out to JD Black. I know they gunning for you too, brother, but you know, you said this best. You know, women are starting to wake up to it. Women are starting to wake up to this shit. When you sit there and say, hey, listen, just leave these broads alone and just do your own thing. And I think that's what the main problem is, as well as the combination of YouTube being pussified lately. YouTube started to submit to these advertisers saying that, you know, oh, there's offensive content on there, and you know, y'all got to clean house, or else we don't want to, or we're not going to advertise there. And, you know, they're losing revenue and shit like that. You know, and this is what I've been saying, man. America especially is becoming so pussy. So pussy. What happened to the days of, no, I stand up, I believe in what I believe in? YouTube should be a platform that encourages freedom of speech. This is going down the same way that you had the Milo Yiannopoulos incident with Twitter. You know, they're silencing freedom of speech. No matter, and freedom of speech, what you women got to realize is, and what majority of people in America, because a lot of y'all are ignorant, what you got to realize is freedom of speech means freedom of speech. That the person has the right to say whatever the fuck comes to mind, whether you agree with it or not. No matter how fucking hateful you may perceive it to be, you have to deal with it accordingly, and then present your argument where you could sit there and try and debunk what that person's saying, show them the error of what they're saying. That's how things change. Not, well, we're just gonna shut them down and keep doing what the fuck we're doing, because that's how things will never change. That's why the black community is in the state that it's in, because you got the women who want to take charge, who have been taking charge, by the way, and look at where this the community has been over the past, I don't know, what you could say 30, maybe even 40 years, because y'all women wanted to take charge, and now we got these simp ass niggas, these overly emotional ass niggas running around, getting into fights, shooting shit up for no fucking reason. They have no critical thinking skills. They can't sit and be able to walk away from something that they just don't agree with. Nah, they're gonna sit there and bludgeon it into your fucking skull, figuratively and literally. So they're willing to kill. They're willing to fight for retarded shit that's not worth your time of day. But this is what you're breeding. You have the whole swirling movement, which which a lot of it is based on, these niggas ain't shit, even though we dealt with them, had kids with these dudes, harbored these dudes, and now we're looking for a white dude to come and fucking save my black ass. Nah, I mean, come on, really? And then when someone's pointing this out to you, because, there is some care in us that's saying, hey, look, this is what it is. This is the error of your bullshit. Nah, just shut those niggas down. And, you got these hoes, having their little celebration and I don't know, man. I just think it's fucked up. I think that YouTube is becoming pussy. I think that they bent to these advertisers instead of saying, hey, look, this is, we made this platform for people to have a way for them to broadcast what they have to convey. You know what I mean? And yeah, granted, like I said, there are some extremist shit. And look, as long as you're not inciting violence, go out there and shoot people and do all this shit, anything goes. That's what people don't understand. Yeah, you need to have some of these extremist views. You need to have them so that way you can come back and combat them and say, nah, brother, that's not right what you're saying. That people aren't going to take you seriously if you're doing this. You're threatening, you're doing this and that. That's not what these brothers are doing. But yeah, I'm just, I'm putting this out there just to let you brothers know what's up. I know a lot of these dudes have other channels, mainly Tommy Sotomayor. I know that motherfucker got dude got fucking 20 channels. So I mean, with him, he's way ahead of the game. Like every time, one channel gets taken down, another one pops back up. So I mean, taking him down is going to be extremely difficult. And he's got the money to back it up as far as courts and all that shit. He got money. But as far as all these other dudes, I was talking to my man Sean James. Shout out to Sean James. He makes great content. Every black man that uses logical thinking, well, every man in general that uses logical thinking should go subscribe to this dude. I shouted him out before. I was just talking to him, and I was telling him, I was like, yo, this is fucking ridiculous. And he came up with a good idea. He's like, listen, us men need to band together, despite differences or whatever, and just file like a gigantic class action lawsuit, because that'll shut these hoes the fuck up. And I agree. I totally fucking agree that, I understand there's some YouTubers that have lower, low subscriber counts, which to me is so funny because they would put some of these people on this list, but they're not even that big of a threat because they have low subscriber count. But because they have a couple of videos that they don't agree with, let's get these motherfuckers shut up, and I agree with that sentiment. So, any of you brothers that are on that list, if you want to get at me, I'll try to get at you. See what's good, see what we could do. Because freedom of speech should not be nullified, not at all. Again, there's people that have said some of the most nastiest things. As a matter of fact, this hoe, Simone 56, I believe, she called you black men ashies. That's how she labels black men, ashy. Let me see where that thing is. I'll show it to you so that way. Okay, here we go. Let me show you again. All right, you see that? Ladies, the ashies are sharing this page. Make sure to get a copy of the listing here, blah, 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 blah. The ashies. That's how she looks at y'all. And I've been trying to tell you about some of these extreme thinking, weird ass fucking black chicks. Again, not the everyday going to work, handling their business black woman. I'm talking about these hoes. They got nothing better to do than to take down videos because they feel some type of way. Because majority of the time, they don't even have to be talking. They don't have to name your name, but the description fits you, and hit dogs holler. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. And final thing. Next to final thing. I just want to say them creating that list, or Simone putting that list up there, all it did was make me go and subscribe to people who I didn't even know existed. You know what I mean? Like, some of these people I didn't know. Some of them I've had like crossings with, but I didn't even know they had channels. So I went and subscribed to all the ones that I didn't know. But that's number one. So you helped me out there. But finally, let me address you simp ass niggas that are souping these hoes' heads up. You dudes that are sitting behind these bitches that are, happy, saying, oh yeah, get those niggas out of here, blah, 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 blah. This is just a little warning to you. Because this is feminazism at its best. As a matter of fact, let me get the phone out again. Hold on. Look at the image that this woman is using. Look what it says on the top. Okay, ladies, let's get in formation. And she got Beyonce up front with the rest of these women with their natural hair, and Beyonce with European hair and lightened up fucking skin. She's the leader of your pro-black movement, which is hypocritical on so many fronts. But yeah. Oh Lord. It's getting too out of control, man. But you simps out there, let me leave you with this. These feminazis, these whatever you want to call them, these women that just don't want to take accountability for some of the shit that's going on. If they're doing this to dudes that are simply putting their opinions out there, which some of it, again, obviously hits home with some of these women, what do you think is going to happen to you niggas? What do you think is going to happen to you the minute you deviate from simping? The minute you go 1 degree off from your simping ass weak white knight behavior? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to your stupid ass? They're going to find a way to blackball you too. They're going to find a way to fuck with you. So all you stupid ass niggas that are behind that shit, I'm just laughing at y'all because you think that you're in the clear for now, but it's only a matter of time. You see, this is very much like what's going on in the world today with these liberal assholes. What happens when a liberal tends to deviate? Look at Van Jones. Look what happened to him. You know, as soon as a liberal turns around and says one thing that might be outside that scope, even with the conservatives, look what happened with Tommy Lauren. This is how people are. We're getting too fucking narrow-minded. People just don't know how to debate, don't know how to say, look. And even if you can't debate it and you say, look, this is what I believe in and this is what I do, a lot of brothers would respect it. They may not have to like it, they don't have to like it, but they'll respect it. I know, speaking for myself, because there's a lot of women out there that, look, they say, hey, look, I swirl and ask that. Okay. I'm not going to sit and fucking argue with you. I don't really agree with the movement. I've said this before, when it comes down to interracial dating, I don't have a problem with it. You know, as long as, you know, the person treats you right and, you know, the person's color isn't the basis for your saving, for your love or whatever. But I don't even want to go into that. I've already beat it to death. People, this is feminism at its finest, whether or not these hoes want to admit it or not. This is what it leads to. Pay attention to the coat of arms. Brothers, if you want to get at me, let's figure something out, because this shouldn't be happening. And shout out to all the people on that list, especially my people. Y'all know who you are. JD Black, O'Shea Duke. This is ridiculous. Shout out Tommy Sotomayor, of course. My brother Truth Teller, and all the people on that list. Like I said, I subscribe to damn near all them people on there. BGS, Itmore, all these dudes, you know? Yeah. So, everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, right? Peace, bitches.